Grand Rising. Welcome to Healing Hype Man. Message of the day. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot, and then I'll follow with some oracle. I'm changing up the format here, just trying things out. Let me know how the sound sounds as well, and the quality of the video. Love to hear your feedback. And so let's dive in. I'm going to use the Celtic Tarot as I'm learning this very deep story, right? So I'm interested to see what the title is going to be, because that's really what's drawing you here, right? So let's dive in. So bottom of the deck, why it's all happening. The Mother, the Lovers, the Shadow, the Devil, the Empress, the Lovers, and the Shadow. Interesting. Some powerful cards to start off with. And let's see where we're at. Five of Swords, Five of Wands, the Sun, and where we're going. Seven of Wands, Four of Cauldrons, and Page of Cauldrons. Okay, so why it's all happening, I pulled from the bottom. For those of you that kind of know how I used to pull. So bottom of the deck, I typically would pull last, but I'm pulling out first because that's really the past, right? That's really like why it's all happening. So we have the Mother, the Lovers, and the Shadow here. Wow. Wow, to start right there, right? So looking at like the Empress, the Lovers, and the Devil. And very well can say some sort of connection. There's some sort of, like the Mother aspect is really standing out to me here. Why it's all happening. You very well can be in such a powerful, vibe. Like the Empress, the Mother is someone who has done a lot of work. They're in a very high vibe. With the Lovers card in the Shadow, right? You're really looking at your attachments to people. The Lovers is about commitment, and then the Devil card, the Shadow card, it's the same people that are pictated in the Lovers, but there's also an aspect of, who you want to be connected to, who you want to be tied down to. This could very well tell me that you are in a very high vibe with the Mother here. You're in a glow up vibe. You are also in a sense of like protecting. She's protecting something that she has in her hand. Her foot is in the water, so you very well can have heightened emotions. So there's somebody here that's in a very high vibe, and you are looking at your connections. You're looking at what you really want to be tied down to. You're taking a look at who you want to be tied down to. What is a partnership to you? What do you want to be connected to? And the Lovers here, it's the great tree in this story of the Celtic. And, I'm going to dive into that, because there's a big aspect of that tree being like the center of their livelihood, right? So there very well can be, there's something that's like, that's your world, right? You are in your world. You are in your power in some sense as well, right? You're connected to this tree. You're connected to your life, and you're looking at what is being connected to you, right? So this reading here is for someone that is looking at their connections. You're taking a look at your connections. You're taking a look at who you want to be tied down to. You're looking at, what shadow side of other people do you want to be tied down to? Five of Swords, Five of Wands, the Sun. And it's probably happening because there's some sort of, there's something going on in your life, and it has to do with other people. It has to do Five of Swords, Five of Wands. 5 and 5. There's a lot of change in your life. You very well could be a mother watching this right now, and there could be an aspect you very well can have connections in your life. And maybe you've seen both sides of the good connection with the Lovers, and you're also seeing the shadow side. You've seen the shadow side of connections, but there's something right now in the current energy that's that's changing for you. And your happiness is you're letting things go. You are defending yourself at the same time. And at the end of the day, it all has to do with your happiness here. It has to do with what makes you happy at the end of the day. And a lot of you, this is definitely like, my sense and relationships are changing. Who I want to be connected to is changing here. Lots of change. 5 and 5. I mean, there's a lot of change here, and it has to do with your happiness. You very well could have stepped up to the plate and and realized, this is not the direction that I want to go into. I really want to have, wholesome connections with the lovers here. What do you want to be tied to, or whose shadow side? I wanted to say it in the beginning. Whose shadow side? When you connect with someone else and you're in a partnership or you're about to go into a partnership, you really have to understand, their goods, their bads, and their uglies. And you could have a person that's in front of you. You could be dealing with someone, or even if this is just for self, because I do readings for self, and all of that has changed. It's changing. It's changing for the good. It's changing for the good, because at the end of the day, you're thriving for the happiness. You're thriving for the sun. You're thriving for what makes you happy, what keeps you joyful. And right now you're in a position of change. Present moment, middle row. There's a lot of change. 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands. People are coming and going, and at the same time, this card is so dark that you might feel like you're in a dark position right now. You might feel like you're in a position of doing the shadow work. I'm going to look at this right here. You're doing shadow work. You're seeing things come to light. Venus goes direct this week, so it's interesting how like the first row is about connections. It's about what do you want to be tied down to. Maybe for the month of July, of January, you have really looked at your connections, which is really what the energy was implying. Venus retrograde was all about your connections and taking a look at them and revisiting them. For some of you, you very well might be a mother that's still married, that's still tied down to their baby daddy. And I'll reverse the energy, your baby mama here. And you have seen both sides. I love how these two are next to each other, because you've seen the good and you've seen the ugly. And you're seeing a lot of change right now. But at the same time, I get the sense that you're okay with it, with the Sun card. You're not in a position of like, this is bad, oh my God, I don't know where I'm going. When changes might feel uncomfortable for a little bit, but at the same time, at the end of the day, you're looking for your happiness. You're looking for your joy. You're looking for things to be at peace. You're looking to recreate new memories here. And the last row here is, where it's going. 7 of Wands, 4 of Cauldrons, and the Page of Cauldrons. So this is very, you're doing things with a different heart. You're contemplating. 4 of Cauldrons, which is 4 of Cups, right? It's not, in this pictation here, is you really are figuring things out. You're sitting with it, and like he's just sitting with it and staring at it like, what do I want? How do I want my love to be? How do I want to fill my cup up? Page of Cauldrons, Page of Cups. You are like almost redoing, right? You very well could have looked at a relationship here. This for someone, maybe you were in a relationship and things have changed, or you're realizing that your relationships and what you want in life and relationships are changing. At the end of the day, it's all about this happiness. It's all about this sun here. You're doing things from love and light from within. And at the same time, you're really contemplating here. There's a sense of nostalgia with the 7 of Wands here. And this is your belief systems. Your belief systems have changed, right? It's like you have changed and people are seeing you. And in some senses, they're almost, even in this pictation here, they're almost worshiping you. But there's only one person pictated here. So you're worshiping yourself. You're realizing that you have changed, and now you're standing on top of the wall, right? Because you're like, you know what? No one is going to change what I think, right? You're willing to stand up for yourself. You're standing on the top of the wall saying, no, I'm going to stand up for myself. And you're standing up for what it is that you want in relationships here. You're still contemplating, and you're still trying to figure out what fills your cup up. Whether that's that's prematurely not sure what it is that you want, but you have seen so much change that you're willing to sit there and contemplate on what you have left, what's left with you, and you're figuring out what fills your cup up here. Her foot is in the water and on the sand, so she's grounded in some sense. She's still emotionally there, and she's still physically there, right? So you're taking a look at things. Things have changed for you in your relationship settings. Things have certainly changed for you here, and some of you might have seen the shadow side of someone or something, even your own shadow side here, right? I do readings for self. You've seen the shadow side of yourself. Things are changing here, and where it's going is stand up for yourself. Your belief systems have changed. You have changed, and you are willing to fight for it. And I'm also going to say that I'm going to say this, right? And everyone's like, oh, well, I want a relationship. Right here, there's so much change going on. I don't even think you have room for a relationship. I think you should really stand in your power. Keep continuing to contemplate what it is that you want, to think about what it is that you want, to be stubborn, right? Typically, the Four of Cups is about stubbornness and not taking a shitty offer, right? You're not taking shitty offers here. So much has changed in your perception in relationships. And there's no way in hell that now Venus is going to go direct, that you're going to go back to something that was not good for you, that you physically saw, you felt it, you saw the change, you saw the disruption that came through, right? You've had to argue against it from other people. You've changed here. This is you changing, and you're really contemplating what it is that you want to do next in life. Who you want to be tied down to. What you think a relationship should be. But let me start it off. You've done the work. This is the mother. This is the Empress. This is a high level, high vibe here, right? This is a lot of work that you have done. Healing journey, right? And now planets are about to go direct, and you're standing in your power here. You are going to stay there. You have seen the change. Why it's all happening is you have seen good relationships, and you have seen good partnerships and bad partnerships, right? And you really realize that you have changed. And I want you to continue to sit with that and really look at what fills your cup up. And 4 cups is not worthy of a mother. She needs 10, okay? Let's pull an animal spirit here to kind of get this. What are you worth in relationships? This is a sense of worthiness. Don't forget how much you're worth, and don't settle for anything. You've gone through so much change here. It's like, no way. Sheep, act with fortitude and cooperation. You see how there's 2 sheep here hugging? I think you're doing things with love and light, right? You're doing things with a sense of hope. I hope that I will find my partner. I hope that I can co-create with someone else. You're willing to put an effort with this card here, right? You're willing to put in the effort in with someone else here, and cuddle with someone else. And Archangel Gabriel and Hope, as I say that. Cooperation. You're willing to cooperate, but not at a level, but there's a certain aspect of that. The cooperation has to come with a certain level. I'm not going to put up with just any old 4 of Cups, right? It's like, I'd rather hold my own cup and figure my love out than take something that's less than that, right? Tiger, accept your magnificence. Again, own your power. Do not forget who you are here. You are magnificent. You have done a lot of work, right? Do not diminish yourself for something that is less than what you are worth. You have seen the change. You have physically seen the change here. We're all on a journey here, right? And you have physically seen the change here. So I do not want you to step back into something that is less than yourself. And you're contemplating things on here, so you very well could have offers, but I think you'll automatically see, that's not worth my time, right? You're willing to cooperate in some sort of sense with the sheep spirit here, but then you're also going to realize that I am magnificent. I'm a tiger. You are a very fierce tiger that has done a lot of shadow work and heartbreaks and been tied down to things that you no longer want to be tied down to. And you very well could have had a taste of what true partnership really looks like, and it's just disrupted. It's really the word I'm getting, right. Your relationship concepts, your concept on relationships and partnerships have been disrupted here, and you really are seeing the value in your new belief systems and standing in your power. From the fallback deck, beautiful soul, you glow when you are comfortable in your skin. Your beauty goes beyond what you can see in the mirror. You are perfect as you are. You are a beautiful soul, like this mother, beautiful soul here, right? Like this is you really can see that. And for some of you, I'm going to say, wait for that person, right? You're cooperating with the sheep spirit. Yes, you are, but you're going to realize that you are a tiger. So unless there's another tiger that wants to stand next to you, do not attempt to dabble that. And that's me giving you advice, right? I hope this message resonates with you. My name is Alvin Catalan. I'm present. I'm done speaking now.